Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday morning recap. However, that has been changed to the March Madness Prediction Show. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. We're brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Congratulations to Bobby Three Sticks on the new child. We're proud of you.
Number 3.
Yeah, because you did it. You did it. You still got the bracelet on.
Oh, yeah, it's still on there.
Still got the bracelet.
Bracelet on.
It's a little early
did nothing.
to congratulate him, right?
No.
Who knows what his child becomes?
Well, we all know what he becomes. Does he know the story? Should we tell him live on air?
Should we tell him?
Yeah. Did you text him? Did you actually text him that?
No, I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, great.
I don't either.
So,
Sure.
okay, this is dark, but let's start it off dark.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's start it off dark. So, the day that your child was born, there was a 18-car pileup here.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, he sent me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, probably a soul from that
Yeah, one of the
car
souls.
crash
An infant
Yeah, I know.
died,
I'm
and
aware.
I walked in, and
entered your newborn's body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and Delco goes, obviously I got the text from you. Hey, my wife is in labor. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Go with God and everything else. You're good to go.
Right.
And Delco, when I walked in, goes, that infant is now probably Bob's infant.
That's what
and
Rob
he's gonna
said.
have
That's
a dark
Yeah,
life.
I told him one of those souls is going to latch
That's
on.
what I was kind of just relaying the message. Rob is afraid that poor baby that died in a car accident is
It's
now
now
his
his.
child.
And I'm
now
not
he's
paying for that.
He's not going to want to be in the car.
I'm not paying for that.
No, you're
You
not.
know what I mean?
No. But
not my
there's
job.
nothing you can do.
Yeah,
So
that's
sorry
true.
about it. And I thought it was the worst thing that anybody's ever said to somebody before. So
That was fucking brutal.
awful.
Yeah.
To wake up to, and then boom, bomb had a child. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Good times.
Hours later, but congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He's doing well.
Maybe Finn knows something. He already hit him.
Yeah, my second child did hit the baby the other day.
Did he really? Smart. Established dominance
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Established dominance early. Okay, so my bookie is doing something awesome this year for March Madness. What is that?
Yeah, so for Drinkin' Bros listeners, MyBookie's doing a special sort of side bet bracket pool. So you join their main bracket, their $100,000 bracket challenge, and then send me, if you've signed up through Drinkin' Bros or whatever in your account, use the promo code Drinkin' Bros or whatever you did, send me your MyBookie account number to rob@tetherballacademy.com. I send them a list of all the account numbers from our customers who have signed up, and then you are entered into a special side bet bracket competition where the winner gets $2,500. So it's a smaller pool of people than the main bracket, so better chance of winning money. You are still entered into their main competition as well, but like I said, it's a side bet challenge.
Fuck yeah.
Just for Drinkin' Bros.
Send your account number also with a picture of your hog to Rob.
Yeah. Well, a dick pic is fine. A dick pic always helps.
All I asked
obviously.
for is the account number, so if you write it on your penis, that's, I guess, on me.
That's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah.
However, with that knowledge here, because I've been watching college basketball just glued to the TV for the last week.
Yeah.
Love it. This is, in my opinion, the greatest season of college basketball, maybe in the history of college basketball, simply because there is so many great teams across the board that you can't miss. Usually there's one dominant team that we all love and we all fall in love with and we all remember. However, this year, 14 out of 16 teams from the SEC made it. I mean, it's nuts across the board.
One too many got in, but yeah. 14 got in.
Who was the last one that you didn't agree with? Oh, Texas got in.
He's the biggest hater.
I know you
Texas
are.
didn't deserve it over West Virginia. West Virginia got fucked.
North Carolina.
West
North
Virginia
Carolina
got
did not
fucked.
North
deserve to be
Carolina.
in.
Oh my god.
No, they did not.
That's insane.
They have like
That is
one,
name and name only.
Yeah.
They have one quad one win.
They're 1-11 against.
And it's UCLA, by the way, who sucks.
Yeah, they're mid as
UCLA
fuck.
is a 7 seed somehow. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it at all, man.
There's
So,
a lot of overseeded teams.
This bracket's going to be really fun. I think especially especially after the first round. I think you're going to see a lot of surprises in the second round because these teams' seedings are all over the place.
Yep.
I don't trust a single seed outside of the ones. Like, they got the ones right. I think all the 1 seeds are correct.
2s are okay.
But 2 through 10, the seeds are crazy. Michigan just won the Big Ten tournament and is a 5 seed.
Memphis is a 5 for some reason?
Yeah, I mean, it is all over the place. Your bracket, if it doesn't get busted day 1, day 2, I mean, or whatever, round 2, it is going to be. It's coin tosses everywhere.
I'm terrified of the 8 seeds, not the 5s.
Yeah, and I mean, I will. So let's talk about this. Look, North Carolina. I think that we can all agree that's the biggest fucking.
That's how college sports works, though.
It is. And look, I told you this with Ohio State as well.
Yeah.
They were getting that home game and the college football playoffs. You can't stop it. It's ratings and everything else. North Carolina, we're all watching that fucking game no matter what because it's North Carolina. The most egregious to me, and again, I genuinely try to do this every year because we host a sports show and throw who I like and don't like in real life out the window, is Michigan. I thought Michigan got absolutely fucking boned.
On their seeding?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, they beat Purdue. They won the fucking title. They beat everybody, and they're all ranked ahead of them. Like,
I know. Purdue's not even good.
No.
Purdue's not good. So Michigan
got
won.
fucked.
They won the Big Ten conference tournament, and I think they finished 3rd in the Big Ten. I think maybe tied for 3rd. Or no, tied for 2nd. Sorry. They finished tied for 2nd in the Big Ten, and they're a 5 seed.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. And like, especially the way they came back against Purdue in the last minute second layup and all that other shit. Like, dude, if you're going to try that hard and actually win your college tournament and then beat the teams in the regular season, I don't fucking get it, man. I mean, they got snowed.
Being put under Wisconsin and Purdue is crazy. Now, I will say the seedings did get a little fucked up this year because there are certain bracket rules that the tournament has to follow.
Okay.
So 14 SEC teams getting in made the bracketing harder because there are rules where teams who played at all during the season can't play in the first round, and teams who played more than once cannot meet until the Sweet 16.
Oh wow, shit!
And teams who played more than twice cannot meet until the Elite 8.
So with 14 out of 16 SEC teams making it, then are we anticipating that they're so great that they'll knock everybody else out, or are we anticipating that some dark horse will get in there and kind of fuck this all up?
I mean, there's a lot of squishy SEC teams, I think. Like Mississippi State is, I think they'll advance past the first round, but they'll catch Duke in the second round. I don't trust Ole Miss to get past the second round. I don't trust, there's another one who is kind of whatever. Oh, Vandy's going to lose round 1 to St. Mary's. There's plenty of SEC teams who will eat shit. I don't think Georgia's going to make it past round 1 against Gonzaga. Oklahoma's not going to make it past round 1 against UConn, I don't think. So there's going to be a lot of SEC teams that drop off early. Kansas, Arkansas is a toss-up. I do think Arkansas wins that game, though, but then they're probably bounced round 2, if I had to guess. But there are 6 SEC teams, I think, who could make a run, depending on that. Florida and Auburn are going to make a run, no question. Right, that's whatever. Tennessee, little sus to me, but they have a nice, they have a pretty good path, I will say. In fact, their toughest game is going to end up being against Kentucky in the Sweet 16.
I definitely see Missouri probably getting knocked off in the first round by Drake.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, same here.
That's
all in
a
on
no-brainer.
If Missouri's on, I actually like Missouri's path. If Missouri is playing well, they are a team that can make a run. But I mean, obviously, like I said, Florida and Auburn are great. Kentucky's really good. And then, I mean, God, everyone's in there. I'm trying to even find the other teams. I think we're going to see 4 to 5 SEC teams in the Sweet 16, if I had to guess.
What about the Final Four?
I don't see anyone in Auburn's bracket that can fuck with them except Michigan State. Like Auburn their 3 seed is Iowa State. Auburn, no problem with them. I think Iowa State's injured too. Their 4 seed is A&M, who they will beat. And I think they're better than Michigan State. Michigan State's the only team in their bracket that I think can give them trouble. On the other side, dude, Bama has a tough path.
Yes.
Bama has a really hard fucking path. I don't love they should be praying that Vanderbilt beats St. Mary's, because I do not love a St. Mary's matchup in round 2 for Alabama. St. Mary's plays great defense. Alabama plays no offense, so anyone can, or no defense, so anyone can score on them. If their shots aren't falling, they're in trouble. And then Wisconsin's round 3. Wisconsin, not their usual selves. They're actually an elite offensive team.
Right.
And again, Alabama, no defense, so they have to outshoot the other team. And that game, a game like that can always go any type of fucking way. I think Alabama's set up for disappointment.
Yeah, Duke's gonna win that fucking.
Well, Duke's gonna win. Duke's gonna come out of there because Duke's insane.
Duke has 3 lottery picks.
Alabama will feel like a failure if they don't make an Elite 8, I think, this year.
Duke won their fucking conference tournament with their 2 best players out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts, dude.
They're
It's
loaded.
absolutely nuts. Loaded.
And then Cooper Flagg's going to come back. He doesn't even have to play the first 2 games, honestly.
He doesn't. Now they're saying he's going to be available, but why risk it? Why?
He certainly doesn't need to play the first round game.
No.
And I think they should be fine against either Mississippi State or Baylor.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, look, you guys in the past, we've done this for years and years on the show. You know the rules. We're going to go around the horn here. We'll go, bracket by bracket and axe who you got here. Let's start with the South.
Okay.
Auburn versus blank.
Who cares?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Auburn is one of my favorite teams here, although very shocked they got the 1 seed. They lost 3 out of the last 4.
They were the best team all year other than
They
Duke.
were,
Yeah.
other than the last 4 games.
It is what it is. You don't love to see that if you're an Auburn fan. And I honestly, they don't have the easiest draw in the next round with Creighton, Louisville, either one of those teams, competent teams, but I still think they're good enough. Auburn's fine. The SEC is just a monster.
It is, but here's the beauty of this year's tournament. I could see Louisville or Creighton having a great game and beating them.
The 8s and 9s this year are fucking insane.
Loaded, and it does you no good to be at 1. I mean, you're catching Louisville, Creighton round 2.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
That's crazy. So what's interesting, a lot of times 8, 9 seeds end up being like middling programs. I actually think Missouri's most common seed through history is an 8 or a 9. So you get a lot of programs like that typically. Yep. This year, the programs that are at the 8, 9 lines are like historically great programs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have Baylor, who just won a few years ago. Louisville and Creighton, great programs.
Louisville and Creighton, Louisville just played in the conference tourney. They were right there.
Yeah. And then, UConn, Oklahoma. I mean, fucking UConn's coming off back-to-back. And
Creighton just played in their championship.
Yeah, Gonzaga's an 8 seed.
It's nuts. So who do you got, Louisville, Creighton? Bob, we'll start with you.
This is tough. I think the ACC's soft. I'm going to go Creighton. It's Kalkbrenner's last year. Even though Louisville's coach has done a fucking awesome job turning that program around really quickly, I'll take McDermott to win a first-round game.
Yeah, give me McDermott. Give me Creighton.
All right. I'm taking Louisville in this one, actually.
Okay.
I like the way they look in the conference tourney. I watched all that game, actually. And they got a little gas towards the end, but they kept it close.
Louisville's a great team. Creighton plays in a better conference, too, I think, which is part of it. So, but I think I like Creighton there, yeah.
Michigan, UC San Diego.
This one, I think Michigan's hot right now. I think they win this game.
Too.
I don't think this is... UC San Diego is good. Like, legitimately, they were... I think they were in Lenardi's, they might have gotten a bid without winning their league. They did win their league, but they might have gotten a bid without it.
I agree.
But I'll take Michigan. Michigan's on fire.
Yeah, I got Michigan too. Who do you got, Delco?
Not so fast, my friends. Give me the upset. Give me the 12. Give me San Diego.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck Michigan, dude.
Interesting. Next up, you got Texas A&M against Yale.
I think it's going to be a popular upset pick.
People love to pick the Ivy League.
Not taking it.
Nah, A&M all day.
Yeah, Buzz Williams gets it done.
You think a lot of people are taking this?
I think people like to pick Ivy League
People gravitate to the Ivy League.
Yeah.
I do not, especially if it's Yale. No.
They've won a game in the tournament before, roughly around the same seed. But yeah, A&M is a really good team.
Give me A&M. Ole Miss is a play-in game against who in this one?
San Diego State and UNC are the 2 teams. I think they'll have more problems with North Carolina. I do too. I could see North Carolina honestly pulling an upset here. I don't like to make these picks till I know who's in it. I'll say this: if they play North Carolina, I'll take North Carolina.
Same.
I do like making these picks because it's always an 11 seed that's a play-in that goes to the Sweet 16. I think San Diego State beats North Carolina. I think San Diego State then beats Ole Miss.
I got North Carolina coming in, and I've got North Carolina coming in and beating Ole Miss. I think there is an advantage similar to baseball. and let's take this year's college football playoffs of
Reps.
playing. Yes, reps, getting used to being on prime time. Everybody's still watching the game. Everybody's still betting the game. You're on live on television. You get used to it, and then boom, you head in here, and then usually you get gassed in that second game because you've been playing all week there.
Fucking Rob's pulling up his numbers right now.
No, I'm not pulling it
up.
up. I'm just seeing who they beat this
eye
year.
test.
They had a good win at Alabama, but they really did all their heavy lifting at home.
Shoot
Ole Miss
from
did.
the hip.
So I kind of like Ole Miss to be an upset pick here.
Chris Beard, bad guy.
Yeah,
Good coach, bad guy.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Man.
A lot of those going around.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Next up, Iowa State versus Lipscomb.
Iowa State kind of hurt right now, not full strength, I believe. I think they'll handle Lipscomb okay.
So do I.
But yeah, I would look out for Iowa State to not make a deep run.
I just can't put money on a team called Lipscomb. I just can't do it.
Lipscomb.
Is that what it is?
Lipscomb.
It's Lipscomb.
Yeah.
Lipscomb.
They don't do anything terribly well, I guess. I'll tell you that if Ole Miss gets into foul trouble, or I'm sorry, if Iowa State gets into foul trouble, they could be in trouble because Lipscomb is one of the best free throw shooting teams
They're
in the
in
country.
Nashville, really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they are.
I bet you Lipscomb covers.
I don't think so. Here's my thing. I think you're going to see a lot of chalk here.
He's a hater of Iowa State. Iowa
I know you
State
are.
Yeah, I am.
crushes him.
I hate him in football. I'm not because they never come through. But yeah. Next up, Marquette versus New Mexico.
This is a coin flip game. New Mexico was really good this year.
Shaka Smart in the tournament.
I love Shaka Smart.
I'm not betting against Shaka Smart in the tournament.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think this is a popular pick, too, that people are going to go with New Mexico. I'm going to ride with Shaka, go Marquette.
Same.
Yeah. New Mexico turns the ball over a lot too. Shaka likes to build teams around defensively around like turnovers and shit like that. I think Marquette handles it.
Shocking balls here.
Yeah.
Michigan State versus Bryant. I'm going Michigan State.
Yeah, not a problem.
Love Bryant here.
I don't even know where that's from.
Me either.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of them.
Just the
in my
Michigan
life.
State hater.
Me and my life. All right, let's go to this Auburn game here. So Auburn is either playing Louisville or Creighton. Who do you got in that one?
Auburn.
Okay.
Auburn. It's gonna be tough. It's a really tough second round matchup, but I think Auburn's just too fucking good.
Give me Creighton.
Really?
Get upset. Give me Creighton to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
Auburn's a freight train, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I am interested to see.
Are they? Because they haven't.
I'm
really
interested to
played
see
well.
how these SEC teams do, not having to play other SEC teams.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Same. Because they've been playing each other for the last 2 months in a row without any breaks, and now they don't have to play each other. I wonder if it's just a track meet and these teams can't keep up.
That's kind of how I feel about.
That's
about
how I
this
feel
one.
too.
Yeah.
Or they're going to get exposed.
I
for
could.
being
Well, they
frauds,
could.
dude.
That happened when the Big Ten was the best basketball conference in many years. That happened a lot.
Yeah.
It happened a lot. So
Sure did.
it could, but I don't see it. But
I don't either. I've
think-
got Auburn in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, same.
Delco, you've got Creighton in the Sweet
You got
16.
Creighton to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
The madness of March has begun.
Michigan versus Texas A&M. Bob, who do you got?
I like A&M.
Okay.
I like Buzz Williams.
Well, I got A&M versus San Diego.
Sure.
And I like, unfortunately, I think the Cinderella run stops
over.
here. Give me A&M.
Michigan's hot, man. I'm going to ride Michigan into this next one, and I think they make the Sweet 16 in this one. So this next one is Ole Miss potentially against North Carolina, potentially against Iowa State here. Who you got?
I am taking Iowa State to lose in the second round.
Okay.
I think either of those three teams from that game beat Iowa State.
If it's North Carolina,
Yeah.
I've got North Carolina beating Iowa State.
I have North Carolina as well, but I think Ole Miss, San Diego State probably has the worst chance. But Ole Miss or UNC, I think they beat. Iowa State's hurt. I forget who's out, but Iowa State not at full strength.
No, he's back.
No. I'm pretty sure he's out.
Think
But
he's
either
back.
way, fuck Iowa State.
I got Iowa State beating San Diego State here.
All right. So you got Iowa State in the Sweet 16. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cyclones.
Marquette versus Michigan State. Who you got?
Michigan State. This is Izzo Renaissance. This is Izzo's last great run.
I think so as well.
I think Marquette beats Bryant here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Bryant. But Marquette's going to move on.
And going to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
All right.
Shaka.
I got Michigan State in the Sweet 16.
They're just so fucking good. Like, they're just stout, man. Watching that game at Michigan that they won, I mean, they got
a good defense, and they play physical. So for me in this next round here, in the round of Sweet 16, I've got Auburn playing Michigan in this one.
Yeah.
I've got Michigan's run ending there, and I've got Auburn advancing.
I have Auburn advancing as well against A&M, but even if it's against Michigan, no problem.
Texas A&M beating Creighton.
Texas A&M beating Creighton.
All right.
Okay.
I do agree that that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Like, if they played, I'd take A&M.
Buzz, baby.
Yeah.
Buzz. Let's see. In the next matchup, this Texas A&M, potentially North Carolina matchup versus Iowa State's Lipscomb. Who you got there?
I have UNC versus Michigan State here in this one.
Michigan State?
I would take Michigan State, yeah.
Yep. I've got Michigan State as well. And just to confirm that we're still recording because there's no numbers moving on here.
We have a backup.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we're good.
So Michigan State's versus North Carolina. You've got?
I got
Michigan State.
Marquette beating Iowa State.
Okay, Marquette beating Iowa State.
I would take that as well.
Yeah.
Like, if that is the matchup, I would take Marquette.
So my Elite Eight matchup is Marquette versus A&M. And I got Shaka and the boys to the Final Four.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
So out of this bracket, you got Marquette going on.
Let's have fun.
I'm a Marquette lover. I applied to Marquette. My grandpa went to Marquette. I'm a big Marquette guy.
Chicago school, right?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, okay.
They're little. It's like a soft rebuild right now. Like, they were great the last 2 years, and this is kind of not their best team. I don't see a run out of Marquette.
I agree. Shaka's a good coach.
I love Shaka.
Here's going to be my biggest shock out of this. I've got Michigan State in the Final Four.
Okay.
I believe in Izzo. I think this might be his last run, dude. It feels like it.
It does.
There's something about it that feels like it's Izzo's last run.
He's going to have a heart attack when they lose to Bryant.
Yeah, exactly. He would. He would die on the court. So out of this bracket in the South here, give me Michigan State. Michigan State in the Final Four for the South.
I'll take Auburn. It's so hard for me to pick against Auburn right now. I've just watched them play a lot.
All right, Obama.
I agree.
Yeah, I know.
I agree. But also looking at this bracket, is this not the easiest bracket?
This Auburn has a nice path.
Very generous
Until Michigan
path.
State.
Houston has, I think, the easiest.
Yes, I agree. But Auburn doesn't have a bad
We'll get to that in a sec here. But it's not bad. We'll head on down here to the West. You got Florida versus Norfolk State.
The region of death.
Yeah. Look, Florida is so deep, man. I mean, they got 9 guys that they're able to play on that team.
Yeah.
I think they're the deepest team in college basketball, and
They
it's
might
not close.
They might be. They're really fucking good.
Florida, we just penciled them in. Final Four.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
Because the next game is UConn versus Oklahoma.
UConn destroys Oklahoma. I don't care what the line is. UConn.
I am all in on UConn. It's 4.5.
Yeah, UConn big.
Yes. This is going to be one of
Oklahoma
my biggest
sucks.
bets. I know.
Oklahoma
this is
is
one of my biggest bets of the tournament.
Extremely mid. UConn, no problem.
I agree. But then that Florida UConn game.
We'll get to it.
My God,
We'll get
dude.
to it.
Next up, Memphis versus Colorado State.
Colorado State's favored.
Colorado State is the favorite in this game by 2.5 points, and I
Rightfully so. They're
taking
better.
Colorado State. They are a better team than Memphis.
Really?
Yes.
Memphis sucks.
Okay.
Memphis is.
I don't know why they're a 5 seed.
The American is trash. Like, it's not a good conference this year. Colorado State is a tough fucking team.
Okay.
There's a reason they're favored.
Interesting.
They just won the Mountain West.
Yeah.
So
The Mountain West was a good league.
It's a good conference.
The Mountain West was better than the American as a
yeah.
conference.
Yeah.
Like, no question.
Interesting, man. Wow. All right. Next up, we've got Maryland versus Grand Canyon.
For-profit institution.
Grand Canyon is always in this. They're always in it, man. I bet them over the weekend.
They got a lot of money.
I know. They're always in the fucking tournament, dude, every year. Maryland's been playing pretty decent. Spread is high on this game. It's 10.5.
I believe the Colangelo brothers run Grand Canyon, right?
That wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
As much as I want to pick Grand Canyon because I love their style of play for the tournament, they turn people over a lot.
Maryland's too good.
Maryland is one of the best teams in the country at not turning the ball over,
Yes.
and they're very good.
Maryland's a legit threat to Florida.
Yes. Maryland is also, by the way, underseeded.
Very,
I think.
very good sleeper pick if you're out there, dude. Big fan of Maryland. This spread, though, at 10.5 is too much for me. So, like, I'll be taking Grand Canyon in this one.
I don't know.
With the points, but I think Maryland's going to win.
Okay.
Maryland's going to win this game.
Okay.
Just because they're going to muck it up a little bit. Next up, Missouri versus Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Tough matchup here.
You
Now-
got to put the mortgage on Drake here.
Have to.
You have to.
Have to.
This is going to be an interesting game because it's styles make fights. Like Missouri plays a relatively fast game. Drake is literally the slowest team in the country.
And
Think of like classic Virginia, the Virginia team that won the national championship.
Defense, possession.
They play at literally that type of pace.
They'll play out the entire clock.
Yep. I'll take Missouri. Drake has no interior defense. Mark Mitchell
limit
is
your possessions. You're going to not score.
Mark Mitchell is going to tear them apart. They have horrible. They can't stop anyone inside. As long as we don't over rely on the three ball, just get it into Mark Mitchell. We're good to go.
Yeah.
No problems. I'll
Okay.
take Missouri all day.
6.5.
Yeah. I think we win by 10.
Delco.
We've played better defenses. We've beaten better defenses. I'm not worried about it.
Couple late free throws. Drake wins by 11.
Man, I think we're seeing a lot of chalk in this one. I got Missouri. Next up, Texas Tech versus UNCW. Wilmington. This is the heart pick on this one for me.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I, by the way, won a lot of money on them winning the AAC. And this spread is 15.5, but Texas Tech is decent, man.
Tech's good.
I know.
Tech is really good.
I know.
Give me Tech.
Tech as well. That spread's a little too high for me. Is that Gary?
Gary's in a
Just
ski mask.
shuffling around in a ski mask.
Just in a shiesty.
Making sure we're not getting murdered here. Yeah, Texas Tech versus UNCW. Wilmington, sorry, Seahawks. I love you. I'll be home soon, okay? Next up, Kansas versus Arkansas. Who you got? Why is Kansas ranked this high?
7's about right.
Is it?
Yeah.
They've never been under or like above a 4 seed in
It's been a long
15
time.
years.
Yeah.
Love Arkansas. Bill Self wants this season to be over. Bill Self is checked out.
Kansas
I
sucks.
agree, dude.
Yeah,
Kansas-
give me Cal.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Because I want the next round. That's what we're kind of.
The Dirtbag Bowl.
That Dirtbag Bowl is going to be insane when it's Cal versus
That'd be
Patino.
the greatest fucking coaching
Just
matchup
two.
in the
It's a
history of
fucking.
college
It's
basketball.
honestly like what was the Italian group that kept complaining about The Sopranos all those years
Oh yeah, this
for being racist?
To me, this is Pacino and De Niro at the diner scene.
It's the same thing. It's so Italian. It's
Yeah.
offensive in
Yeah.
the next round. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Arkansas over Kansas. I don't believe in Kansas this year. I'm with you guys. Bill Self he's been checked out
Checked out. He hates this
the
team.
last half of the year, man.
Yeah,
it's
he
weird.
hates.
He was
this team.
apologizing to the fans for how bad they were.
Yeah.
I get it, man. St. John's versus Omaha.
St. John's.
No problem, St. John's.
I don't know a
Johnnies.
thing about Omaha basketball this year.
Me neither.
You know, typical for.
I love
basketball.
OmahaSteaks.com.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Promo code Drinkin Bros gonna get you fucking 50% off over there. But man, don't see him beating the Johnnies. Johnnies won a title in the Garden, dude. Nice to see Patino on the
Yep.
floor. Nice to see the Garden rocking. Nice to see the Johnnies back 25 years later. Big fan, dude. Big fan here. We'll go back to the top of the bracket here. I got Florida versus UConn. I think we all do here. This is a tough matchup.
Not so tough. I think Florida handles them pretty easily.
Okay. Bob?
Give me UConn.
Whoa! UConn knocks out Florida round
Hurley
two.
doing the suck
Whoa.
it as he exits
So
the stadium.
here's
Wow.
the one thing about Florida.
Wow.
The one thing about Florida,
You're
they
a hater.
have to be playing in transition. Their offensive numbers fall off a cliff when they play in the half court. If they're not playing fast, they're a completely different team. UConn, well coached. They play slow. They keep possessions long.
Yep.
They make teams play in the half court. Love UConn. Love UConn to cover either way.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I don't even think the line will be that big. Give me UConn. Because here's the thing, and I'll do this for my bracket just to maybe score extra points. Even if Florida doesn't win, or even if Florida wins this one, dealing with UConn and Maryland or Colorado State back to back is just a backbreaker.
Oh boy, Delco, you and I picked these guys in January. I mean, a long time ago.
I know, but we're getting pwned on the draw.
We are. I just...
If the game's not fast, Florida falls off a cliff.
I know, but their defense is so good, dude. I always like in basketball and football. I won the last 3 college football championships just based on defense. It matters also in fucking basketball, dude. I think Florida wins this game.
They're deep.
They're so deep.
Florida's
They got
so deep.
9 games, man.
I understand
9 games.
all of that stuff.
You're salty from this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care. I didn't care that we lost Florida.
You guys lost on the same day you gave birth to your baby.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Ruined
It
my
did.
day.
Yeah. Did it?
Really ruined my day. Yeah.
Give me Florida in this one. I got Florida advancing. I think it's a great game, and I think we're all blessed to see this on a fucking Sunday, dude. This is going to be awesome, and it's in Raleigh there. I got some friends going to the game, getting tickets for it. Give me Florida in this one. Next up, depending upon who you got here, Colorado State or Memphis versus Maryland.
Maryland.
I've got Maryland
Regardless,
as well.
Yeah,
Maryland.
I've got Maryland as well.
Maryland. I think Maryland is just an underrated fucking team.
I do too. Missouri versus Texas Tech in this next one. Who do you got?
Fuck it. Heat check. Missouri. Let's go.
Whoa.
I'm just doing it.
I got Tech beating Drake.
I will say this. It's a good matchup for Missouri. I like that it's essentially going to be a points fest. Both teams score a ton.
Okay.
I'll take
So for me, every year the same rules apply, and this is before you guys got here. The second that college football national championship is over, I devote all of my time to college basketball. I've actually seen Missouri play a lot this year, and I think it's a good team, and I think they're good enough to beat Texas Tech and move on here.
We beat Florida at Florida. We're
did.
good enough to beat anyone.
I watched that game, dude. I watched it.
It just depends on. We're just a streakier team than like a Florida or Auburn or
Who is your center with the headbands?
Mark Mitchell.
Yes. As long as he's not shooting free throws down the stretch, I'm okay. I've watched a lot of Missouri games. I've watched a lot of SEC games just because the matchups have been amazing. Right. I've got Missouri beating Texas Tech. I don't believe in Texas Tech that much, so yeah.
Tournament don't care. They're losing to Drake first round.
Sure. And hey, anything could happen. Next up, we got Arkansas. I think we all do against St. John's here. I got the Johnnies in this one.
Oh yeah, Patino all day.
Yeah. Too much for Arkansas for sure.
I agree. Heading back to the top of the bracket. Now, I have Florida advancing.
Yeah.
And I think you guys have Maryland, correct?
I got Florida squeaking by Maryland here.
I do as well. I've got Florida beating Maryland.
I got Maryland over UConn to get to the Elite Eight.
You got Maryland over UConn.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I kind of think Maryland could beat Florida as well. Maryland's good enough to beat anybody.
It's a hedge play for you.
This is the thing about this tournament too. Is like it's seeds 1 through 7 are pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like St. Mary's is a 7 seed.
Seeds 1 through 8 are pretty fucking good.
Yeah. 1 through 8. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I like Maryland to make it the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Florida's just so fucking deep and good, man. Yeah, it'd be tough for me. I got Florida moving on here.
Okay.
Delco?
Florida.
Yeah. Same. Heading down to the bottom here. Now, I have Missouri versus St. John's.
Yeah.
You've got the same thing?
Yes.
Who do you got in that one?
Let me tell you something. If we make it this far, I love that St. John's is our 2 because Missouri can score on any defense. We dropped 80 points on Tennessee at Tennessee.
Yep.
St. John's offense, not that good.
Yeah.
I'm taking my Tigers. Taking my Tigers. It's beautiful. Taking my Tigers to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
I got Tech beating St. John's. So Texas Tech to play Florida.
I think St. John's has really, as much as I love Rick Pitino, and I would love to see St. John's in a Final Four. They have offensive problems that I think are going to haunt them at some point.
So I love this story just because of Pitino and the guys and all this other shit. I've watched a lot of St. John's games this year. They're an emotional team, and one of these guys could fucking fly off the handle. They also are streaky as far as shooting goes.
They are bad at free throws.
Terrible at free throws, and either they're on or they're off. And I don't think a team like this can win a national championship. So they're going out. It just depends on when they're going out. And if I'm going back to what you said earlier with Texas Tech, I think St. John's, well, let's say Tech gets through. I've got either Tech or Missouri beating St. John's. I just don't see St. John's
I think Tech and Missouri
having enough games to pull all the way through.
Tech and Missouri are really similar teams, actually. I like the St. John's matchup for either of those teams.
Yeah.
Tech's also had to deal with like a better version of St. John's twice this year.
What, Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Way better.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, I like either Tech or Missouri over St. John's. I think it's just a favorable matchup for them. There are other 2 seeds that I don't think either Tech or Missouri would do well against at all. Basically, the rest of them, Michigan State, Alabama, or Tennessee. I think all 3 of those teams. But St. John's is just a great matchup for 2 teams. And Toppin, by the way, Tech's got a guy.
Yeah.
Tech's got a fucking guy.
Is that Obi's brother?
I don't know.
Okay. We have asked that before.
Yeah, I'll check.
Yeah. You look that up.
How many Toppins are there?
How many times could there possibly be?
I know, right? That's spelled the exact same way.
I think they're brothers.
Gotta be.
Or at least a cousin.
Yeah, at least. And that's just the racist in me. Honestly,
Obi?
but,
No, I'm not seeing any
Obi straight
relation.
Toppin?
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
How many
All right.
Toppins are there?
Yeah.
I was a Dallas kid. JT is.
There you go.
Yep.
So let's say you got Florida versus Maryland here at the top of the bracket. Who do you got going to the Final Four in this one?
Well, no, it would be Maryland versus either Missouri or St. John's or Tech.
Yes.
To the Final Four.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I think that's where my magic ends. 1 game away from San Antonio.
Yep.
1 game away from being to literally just drive to
It
the
would
Final
be
Four.
Down
perfect.
the street, 'cause we have tickets.
Yeah, that's where it ends. I like
have-
Maryland to the Final Four.
We have tickets to the Final Four.
Yep.
And you got Maryland in the Final Four out of
Yeah.
this bracket.
How's that? Call me Obama again, motherfucker.
Yeah. You had a 4 seed.
Yeah, I got Marquette, whatever they are.
All
in my
right.
Final Four.
I'm not calling you chalk. You called me chalk. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
exactly.
suck my dick.
Yeah, because now you're being reactive.
And now, no, I said weeks ago that I
Yeah,
loved
he's-
Maryland as a tournament
Yes,
team.
he's said for a while.
I
he loves
know,
Maryland.
but that's a chalky dark horse.
no, it's not. Maryland's.
People love Maryland. Everyone's gonna be on Maryland.
I do not. No,
Big Ten's finest.
they could lose to Grand Canyon, in my opinion.
I got
That could
Florida beating Tech. Florida to the Final Four.
happen. Okay. I got Florida in the Final Four as well here.
I'm just gonna ride with Florida.
And it's either going to be Missouri or Texas Tech here, and I got Florida in the Final Four. They're just so fucking good, man. And again, I picked them back in January. They've only improved ever since. And luckily, we were able to lock in those odds pretty fucking high here. So real quick, before we get to the other side of the bracket, we got some sponsors. Put the show on the air. Obviously, our title sponsor is mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. So, like Bob said, if you put the $20 in for the big bracket over there, because they're doing a huge bracket against everybody else, you'll also be entered in the Drinkin' Bros bracket, which will get you an extra $2,500.
You will, yes, but you will only be entered into it if you email me your account number so that I can send it to them.
Correct.
Email it. I have the post in the Drinkin' Bros Sports Facebook group. Rob@tetherballacademy.com. Email me your MyBookie account number. I will send it to our guy, and they will create the side bet pool.
Yes, and send it to me in an email tonight, and
Okay.
I will post it and pin it to the top of the page. That way, we're all in on that.
Cool.
And also for the people who are poors out there, we will be doing a jersey giveaway on that.
Oh, and by the way, promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your first deposit if you're new to signing up. Their current deal on MyBookie is buy 2, get 1 free. So you can enter 2 brackets, one with the $20 you put in, one with the free $20 they give you, and then you get a third one for free.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Because I got 3 different picks that I got some dark horses that I want to throw in there. So I'm doing 3 this year.
Okay.
All right, so do I send you my account then?
Yes, I mean your
And
account
tell
number.
you what the winner is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't need to tell me who the winner is. You just send me your account number so I can send it to our guy.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do 3 brackets. It's all gonna be the same.
Of course you are. I'm not. I got 3 different people because for me, again, man, SEC, like they've dominated the entire year. Can they do it at this point? Like,
What's the limit, do you think, for your personal bracket
What do you mean?
exposure? Like, how many brackets do you do?
I only do one.
I only do 1 too.
I like to just have my picks, and those are my picks.
And then if there's
I've got-
multiple sites, I go to, especially my bookie, I'll just do the same
bracket. So for me, I've got friend groups over the years, and this all started. I can fucking say this now. I don't give a shit. So my best friend was engaged to Kristen Bell.
Oh,
Pre-fame.
yeah.
So was not famous, nothing, everything else. And there was one year, the very first year we were living in Los Angeles, and he picked Syracuse. And I was like, who the fuck? Because I was in charge of the brackets.
Yeah.
And I go, who the fuck picked 7? And it was Kevin. And I was like, Kevin, what the fuck, man? And he goes, dude, I graduated from there. And I was like, oh, all right, shit. It was the year that Mello
Yeah.
went there, won the thing, and he took all of our fucking money. And I was like, no goddamn way, man. There's always one of these teams or one of these people who, bets on this Homer school, and then they come out of nowhere and end up winning. And he won all the money. And I think in competitions like this, everybody's going to pick Florida. Everybody's going to pick Auburn. Like, I think you've got to, if you're trying to win,
At least go a little outside the box.
exactly. You got to go outside the box with some of these picks. Delco, you'll never end up winning because you can't get out of your own way there.
What do you mean?
Because you're picking like weird people just to do it, and it's like
It's March Madness. That's what's that usually happens. Like usually upsets happen.
No,
That's why it's called March Madness.
They do, but
I will say you overfocus, not you, but people overfocus on the first round upsets. Those don't get you as many points as teams advancing deeply.
correct. Correct. So the first ones are fun, but
Everyone
it's
wants
people
to
that go
pick
deep.
that big upset and be like, yeah, I picked it, but you only get.
If you haven't noticed, I've been hedging every time I pick an upset, they lose in the next round.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Next
I don't
up,
have Bryant going to the Elite Eight.
no, you don't. Next up, sponsorship wise, we got firstform.com/drinking bros. Took the microfactors. Get off my ball sack today, all right? Takes the guesswork out of vitamins, puts all the big 6 and 30 individual packages in this beautiful box here. You got the antioxidants, the CoQ10s, multivitamins, fruits and veggies, EFAs, and the probiotics. Also just took the liver detox there. Gigantic fan of this company. And let's face it, we all don't eat the way we need to, work out the way we need to on a daily basis. However, it is important to get the proper vitamins inside of us. And First Form takes the guesswork out of that for you. Just puts them in the bag. All you got to do is reorder every month. And their level 1 bars are the best because they are a protein company. These little guys right here, God damn, these are almost empty. Everybody keeps eating these. Who's fucking sneezing back there? Is that the new kid? Is that Tiger?
Sorry.
Tiger, Jesus Christ, man. Get it together, bro. Fucking Tiger, bro.
Thought we said it was Slugger.
No, we're going with Tiger, all right?
All right.
Maybe Slugger. We'll figure it out. It takes a while. We'll see what sticks with Ryan back there. But the level 1 bars, delightful, man. If you're looking to not only get some protein in you, if you're fucking lifting and all that other shit, let's just say you're trying to knock out like sweets at night or fucking candy bars and everything else, man. These are great. These are great for kids as well. So they got the cookie dough flavor, the peanut butter chocolates, and pretzel. They got the birthday cake flavor, which is fucking awesome. And then they've also got the new peanut butter and jelly that is lights out. If you're fucking hardcore and you're putting protein powder in your drinks, highly recommend the strawberry. All their supplements are excellent over there, by the way. And their merch is great. They sell out of it all the time. Big fan of this company. Andy Frisella and those guys are the best in the biz. Matter of fact, D'Anthony Holloway is at Andy's place in First Form right now doing Real AF, and that podcast will be out next week. He will be back tomorrow. Head on over to firstform.com/drinking bros today. Load up. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself, for Christ's sakes. And that is First Form spelled with a 1. That is 1STPHORM. Firstform.com/drinking bros. As always, free shipping on orders over $75. Now, if you want to go to any of these games in real life, go to drinkingbrostickets.com. They're cheap, except for, man, the Duke is in Raleigh.
Yeah, that'll.
Oof. Duke is in Raleigh, bro. That hurts. That hurts, man.
It's not going to be a cheap ticket.
No.
Feel bad
No, it is
for
not.
any Baylor or Mississippi State fans.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough one for you guys, so apologies there. But the rest of it, pretty cheap. The fun part about it, too, let's say you get tickets for the weekend, you can actually watch like 8 games, man.
Oh, it's a blast. It's the
fucking
best.
awesome, dude. I love it. I usually take my kids to it. It's not in Texas, though, for any of these early games because the Final Four is here.
Yep.
So we're going to the Final Four this year, so that'll be fun. Tickets are $10 cheaper than StubHub on drinkinbrostickets.com. Take the kids out, enjoy your fucking weekends, and it's a fucking blast. Take them, I think it's spring break in a lot of places. It is here. Take them out of school if it's not. It's a fun experience you'll never forget, for real. Last but not least, hardafseltzer.com. Got, what do we got, 36 days left? Yeah, 35. Fuck, I can't even count anymore. On wefunder.com/hardafseltzer. If you love it, invest in it. That way you're an owner. And if you're heading out to any of the games this weekend, grab a 12-pack. HEBs are all stocked up here in Texas. We're in 12 states. Go to the store locator on hardafseltzer.com. Enter your city or zip. Find the closest location nearest you. Grab a 12-pack of it. And if you love it, if you love the new Jolly Rancher flavors and want to invest in it, go to wefunder.com/hardafseltzer today. 45 days left. That's what it is. 45 days left, and then it shuts down. All right, let's get to the next side of the bracket over here in the East. That Duke matchup I was telling you about. Duke versus anyone, does it matter?
Nope.
No, Duke might actually be like the best college basketball team in a long, long time. They might be. Like, especially if Cooper Flagg's like healthy. If he's back by the Sweet 16, Elite 8 at like full strength, I don't think anyone's beating them.
Here's the problem, man. After football season's over, I've flipped over, man. When it gets down to close games, Cooper Flagg, for whatever reason, falls down on the floor.
Falls down every time.
But they've solved that issue. They beat teams by 1 million now.
Yeah.
They don't get in close
There
games.
are no last possession games anymore for Duke.
All right.
Although they kind of let North Carolina back this weekend. But
without Coop, though.
It was
Without
Flagg.
Cooper, though.
Yeah.
And they were up by 20. And
I mean, the rest were giving fucking North Carolina every call and
everything.
Dudes were falling down. It was weird. You saw a bunch of dudes from North Carolina flop, and Duke's become a more likable team. I don't know what world I live in at this point.
Well, I think when Coach K left, I swear to God.
Yeah, Shire's a much more likable guy.
Likable guy, and it's like you lost Darth Vader for some reason. Like, And Cooper Flagg, top pick in the draft. He's not an asshole. If you go back to the point guards in Duke history there, we didn't like Bobby Hurley. We fucking hated Grayson and those guys.
Reddick.
Reddick.
Everyone
was one
hated
of the most
JJ
hateable
Reddick, but
dickhead.
I never did. I loved JJ the whole time.
You were early.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought he was just funny.
Then he got a
One
sleeve
Tree Hill
tag.
made fun of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an unlikable team. Now that Coach K is gone, it feels like everybody's rooting for this team. It's strange.
Fun team.
Yeah, strange to watch. Next up, we got Mississippi State against Baylor. Who do you got in that one?
Mississippi State. Baylor has no defense. Mississippi State, good offensive team. They're going to roll.
Give me Baylor. Mississippi State's not very good when they're on the road or not at home. So
Okay, because the spread is 1.5 on this, according to my bookie.
I like Mississippi State.
Okay, I'm going to roll with Baylor in this one,
All right.
actually. I mean, it's
Scott Drew's a winner,
yeah,
but
national champion.
yeah.
Can never take that away from him.
exactly.
Yeah.
Give me a first round win for him at least.
Yeah, give me Baylor.
Next up, Oregon at Liberty. Surprising the spread on this. This is Oregon minus 7.5.
yeah, I think Oregon's way better than Liberty.
So do I.
I typically like Liberty. Like I've had to wear a Liberty jersey because I like Liberty so much on this show in the past. But I think Oregon, no problem here.
Oregon,
Yeah.
big.
Now, accidental Oregon jersey.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
hat
yeah.
today. I was wearing it for St. Patrick's Day, not Oregon. I want to clarify that.
You guys
there.
are still 1-1 this year. You need a rubber match for the national championship in football.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going to have to get that next year because
Yeah.
that's already determined. So give me Oregon in this game. I think they're better, man, than people are giving them credit for.
They are.
Oregon?
They are. They
Like,
had
for
kind
real.
of an up and down
They've
year.
been underachieving.
Roster-wise, their talent, they are way more talented
and
than
they're
their seed.
fast. So
Yeah.
man, I could see them going.
Remember that
see them
year?
going to the Sweet 16.
Remember when Oregon just came out and shit pumped that Iowa team?
Yeah, dude.
That
Yeah.
was like all hyped up.
Yep.
And just ran them off the court. I could see something like that where Oregon just gets hot. They
Same.
like finally start to play up to their talent.
Yeah.
I've got Oregon in the Sweet 16.
Or this is what I'm saying. The seeds, you need to not even pay attention to the numbers next to like 2 through 8.
Yeah.
Like truly, they are all right next to each other.
Yeah, next up is Arizona against Akron. Who you got there?
Akron.
Zips.
Yeah, damn, you stole my thunder.
Yep. Akron's taking them down.
I know you hate Arizona because they're soft.
They're soft.
But here's the scenario that's going to happen. Caleb Love is going to go like 3 for 17 from the field and just shoot them out of this game, it's going to be way closer, and Akron's going to steal it right at the end.
So here's what I'm going to do on this one. I think Arizona pulls it out in the end, but I bet this is a close game. Spread is 13.5, so give me Akron plus the points
all day.
But give me Arizona to pull it out at the end.
Akron's a really good offensive team, like a high percentage shooting team.
But then I think Oregon beats Arizona in the next game.
Okay.
That's where I think that's where Caleb Love shoots himself in the foot.
Okay.
Next up, we got BYU versus VCU.
I love this BYU team.
Do you really?
I do.
They had a lot of big wins. They won at Iowa State. They have a lottery pick on their team. He was actually the number 1 recruit this year, or maybe number 2 after Cooper Flagg, but I forget his name, but he's really fucking good.
They're dangerous. BYU's feisty.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. And at this 2.5 spread here, give me BYU all day. So not only am I taking BYU to win, but I'm also taking that gambling-wise.
Huge. They're going to destroy VCU.
Yes.
VCU's not good.
Yeah, I agree.
The VC's conference, the A10, really shitty this year. Very shitty conference.
Yes. I agree. Next up, you got Wisconsin versus Montana here. Who you got?
By
Badgers by
a million.
Yeah.
What is
I've
the spread
got
on that game? I
Wisconsin
think it's like
16.5.
16.
Badgers
would take
big.
that. Yeah. I would take that. Yeah. I think Montana's bad at everything.
And it's unfortunate that BYU has to play Wisconsin in the next round.
I know.
Because those are two really good teams.
I know. But I got Wisconsin in that one too. Moving on, we got St. Mary's against Vanderbilt.
St. Mary's won the regular season WCC title. I believe they did lose the conference tournament final to Gonzaga. Still love St. Mary's. Super competent team. Best team in their conference this year.
I'll take St. Mary's as well.
Yeah, Vandy's fine. They're whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got St. Mary's in this one as well. This Vandy was a gift, and like, hey, thanks for playing in a great league this year.
Hey, Vanderbilt was in the ACC. They'd probably be a 6 seed right now. Like,
exactly. But I'll still take St. Mary's in this game. And they've played very well in the tournament historically over the last 10 years. So
yeah, they're solid.
Next up, you got Bama against Robert Morris.
Bama. Yeah.
Bama. Yeah. Nate Oates. Next up, Duke versus either Mississippi State or Baylor. I've got Duke versus Baylor. I've got Duke beating them.
Duke wins. No problem. No. Either team, no problem.
Next up, I got Oregon versus Arizona in that one. I've got Oregon.
We got Oregon over Akron.
I got Oregon over Akron. No problem.
Next up, you got BYU versus Wisconsin.
I got Wisconsin here. Wisconsin's a better team.
This is a tough one, but yeah, I think Wisconsin.
I know. The spread on this is going to be like 1 or 1.5.
That's going to be a game you got to watch.
That's going to be perhaps the game of the tournament.
There's so many games
this
that you have to watch.
Tournament's just a fucking really all of these second round games. No, actually the first 2 or whatever, but this next one is excellent as well.
Can I tell you what this tournament is going to do to the NBA? I mean, it's going to fuck the NBA for months, man. Like, because I don't care about the NBA.
It's going to be sick when Cooper Flagg comes back because Duke pays him $15 million a year.
According to the sports books a couple weeks ago, Flagg was favored to come back.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want to get drafted by the. No. It depends on who wins the lottery.
Totally. But why not if you're like? Let's have an honest discussion about this. Why not if you're Cooper Flagg? The NBA is in the fucking shitter right now.
It would. You're costing yourself, I guess, in the long game, like $40 million with that extension.
Essentially, you get your rookie contract now goes a year later.
It does, but I mean, the way the NBA is going right now, who would he be with?
But Duke,
I think the favorites to win the lottery are the Charlotte Hornets, and there's another shitty team.
Gross. Like they'll never win.
Right. Yeah. But, yeah. You don't want to go to an obscure franchise, and Duke could easily match whatever your rookie contract's going to be. So
fuck yeah.
Just for that first year, maybe just stay at Duke.
Stay in college.
The ankle roll might have spooked him out of it, but
it could, because that was bad.
Yeah,
I mean he was high up in the air when that came
down.
Get
insurance.
I thought it was broken.
Yeah, get insurance.
You get insurance.
The insurance isn't $200 million.
Yeah, it's not. Wow. There was a couple dudes from Ohio State that got it, and it's like you're lucky to get 8 to 10 tops, but beyond that, it's tough.
You live off it certainly. But
believe in yourself, Coop.
But it's you're talking about generational wealth.
I know it's a tough one, but I think because we're gonna have so many great matchups, by the time the NBA playoffs roll around after this is over, we're all going to be like, who cares? Like,
I don't know. The Western Conference NBA playoffs are going to be fire. They're going to be absolutely incredible.
I wonder.
I am excited for the NBA playoffs. I don't care about the regular season.
But the Eastern Conference, well, I don't even know if I'll watch a game.
That's fine. I'll just be up till midnight watching Western Conference playoff games.
You're going to be real late. Those 10:30 games.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Next up, we got St. Mary's versus
Alabama.
Bama. Who you got?
Yeah, St. Mary's.
Same.
St. Mary's beats Bama.
Yep.
Bama has a cold shooting.
Whoa.
night.
Yep.
Whoa.
St. Mary's, an excellent defensive team. And like I said, anyone
Can
can
score
on
on
Alabama.
You guys dropped how many points on Bama?
112.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, give me St. Mary's.
I don't think St. Mary's can keep up with them. I've got Bama on this one. I got Bama. Moving on.
St. Mary's, I want to say, God, what is their defense rank? I mean, they're the number 8 defense in the country. They play slow. They'll keep Bama. I mean, it's just, I love St. Mary's to beat Bama here. That is, if you're Bama, you're praying for Vanderbilt to win. St. Mary's is a horrible second round draw. Horrible.
Still got Bama. All right, this will lead us to Duke versus Oregon potentially for me.
Yep.
Same
Who do you
for
got?
all of us.
Yep.
Got Duke.
Just barely.
I got Duke as
I mean,
well.
it's going to be a tight game. I think.
Not barely.
Duke
I
as
think
well.
Duke's just far and above everyone else
Okay.
in this bracket.
Yeah, I could actually see this game not
Because
being.
I think the thing you're overlooking here is Cooper Flag.
He'll be back at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Full strength at
Oh,
this
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Full strength
Duke wins. I'm not questioning that at all.
Yeah. Next up, I got Wisconsin going on here. against
Wisconsin, St.
Bama.
Mary.
We have Wisconsin, St. Mary's. You have Wisconsin, Alabama.
Yes.
I got
Who you
Wisconsin.
I got St. Mary's.
Oh.
And by the way, if it's Wisconsin, Alabama, I got Wisconsin.
Okay.
I do not think Bama survives both St. Mary's and Wisconsin.
Okay.
But I think St. Mary's beats Bama, and then St. Mary's beats Wisconsin.
I got Wisconsin over St. Mary's.
So I have Wisconsin over Bama in this one.
Okay.
And I've got Wisconsin moving on to play Duke
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
Duke.
No question.
in this one. Okay. God, if they're healthy, is the other kid healthy?
There should be good to go.
Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Full strength.
Everybody's good at full strength?
Yeah.
All right. And I'll take Duke. If everybody's at full strength, I'll take Duke.
Yeah.
If one of them is out, I'll take Wisconsin. But
I think they need more than one out, unless it's Cooper.
I think the second kid would matter too. Because Cooper, you can let him have 28.
Yeah.
But
Duke is just
Yeah.
They're a machine.
They're a machine.
All right,
right
Nike
now.
I'm with
University
you.
at this
I'm-
point.
I'm with you. If they all stay healthy, it's a tough one. And then, so you got Duke in the Final Four?
Yeah.
Duke in the Final Four?
Duke,
Okay.
Florida, Marquette.
I think Duke has a very favorable bracket. I don't think there's anyone in that bracket that can beat Duke.
They can touch them now.
Bama would be tough. If Bama
If
squeaks
Bama
through.
on, if
they're
Bama's on,
If Bama's on, you're going to drop 90 at that point.
yeah, I
So-
agree. I mean, Bama beat Auburn at Auburn. It's not,
Duke would drop 150 points on Bama.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that Duke's always on?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Moving down to the Midwest brackets.
Houston.
Houston, come on.
SIUE. Who is that?
SIUE, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville,
No.
right around my hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're right across the river.
Okay. Yeah, I
Good
got
for
Houston
them.
this
Thanks
one.
for coming out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely showing up. Bet the under in that one. Jesus Christ, man.
I would bet
They
whatever
score?
SIUE's under is, I would bet that.
Jesus Christ. Did they even score in this game?
Houston, it's going to be ugly. I
They
think
might
the
score
spread
29 points.
Spread's 28, something like that.
Watching Houston this year, their defense, man, it's like they got 6 dudes on the floor.
They're and now
They have
they're
a
great
nasty
offensively too. They're one of the
defense.
best 3-point shooting teams in the country. They're fucking
Same
crap.
story every year with these guys, though.
no. The
They
offense
missed
is
their
different.
threes. They missed their threes.
It's different this year. It
Okay.
really is.
Gonzaga versus Georgia.
I'll take the Zags.
I'll take Gonzaga as well. They're a 7.5 point favorite in this
Yeah,
game.
I don't think Gonzaga's gonna have a problem.
It
I
is
think
now
they're
down to 5.5, guys.
I think they're a little underseeded as well.
Okay.
I think St. Mary's is underseeded as well too. By the
Okay.
way, I think a 7 is a little rough on St. Mary's, which is why I don't have a problem with them beating Alabama.
Okay. Interesting.
Not enough respect for the WCC.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Clemson versus McNeese.
I wanted to take McNeese, but I think Clemson's competent enough to pull it out.
Clemson's good, although their coach is kind of looking for other jobs right now.
No, he's got to beat McNeese then. If he is, he's got to win this game.
Yeah. That's
You
not
can't lose
going to help anything.
No,
yeah,
you
on
can't
the
lose
job
to
search.
McNeese nuts. So yeah, give me Clemson in this one. Next up, Purdue versus High Points, which seems like a private school.
Yeah.
Know nothing about High Point.
Give me
Delaware.
High Point.
Know nothing about them. Give me High Point.
I'm
Sounds
taking
like an
High
AAU
Point.
team.
Oh, I know.
Purdue
it does.
Purdue's soft
stinks.
as fuck. Purdue sucks.
They are, but I think they get through this. I think they'll be fine against
High Point. I don't know anything about High Point. Just from the previews I've read, High Point matches up well with Purdue. And it's Purdue, so I don't give a fuck.
Also,
I'm not doing
I could
that.
see High Point being like a darling of the tournament, right? That just sounds right.
Yeah,
It
does.
Is this a fake school situation?
I think that's
we
what it
sure?
sounds like.
Well, it's not quite Grand Canyon. That's
what it sounds
but
like.
yeah. Which is a fake school, but
Yeah, for real. Next up, you got Illinois versus.
I think Texas beats Xavier. I think Texas beats Illinois.
Whoa.
I like Xavier to beat Texas. Xavier beats Illinois.
Okay. Either way, we got the 11 going through.
Okay, I don't. I've got Illinois. The hard AF Seltzer effect is real. They don't lose. They'll get through.
Underwood
They'll get
will
through.
disappoint you. He's
get
done it
through.
to me year after year. This is my ex-girlfriend. This is Illinois. I can't go back to him.
Guys, I'm going to go back to the Rays, the Marlins, Illinois.
What did the Marlins do?
They went to the playoffs for the first time forever, dude.
The Rowdies.
With hard AF. Yes,
right.
the Rowdies went to the playoffs. Michigan ends up beating Bama. Like, we've not lost. Illinois beat, who do they beat in the bowl season this year? It was a great game.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for
they
it.
have not lost. It was the Cheez-Its Bowl or whatever the
Okay.
fuck it was. So yeah,
All right.
I just for that reason we've not lost with hard AF Seltzer in the first round. So yes, give me Illinois in this one for real. Like it has been some weird fucking thing. All these weird ass teams have won, and it's been awesome for us. So give me Illinois in this one. Kentucky versus Troy.
Kentucky.
When's the last time Kentucky got out of the first round?
I don't know, but they're going to.
Hey, they don't have Calipari.
I know. Man, I want to take Troy so bad.
I looked it up real quick just to see. I like Kentucky. Kentucky's fine.
I'll take Kentucky.
Yeah.
I want to take Troy. It's in my heart, but I'll go with the Wildcats.
Spread's only 10.5.
Yeah. Love Kentucky.
Okay,
I love that spread.
I know. I'll take Kentucky as well. I'm not going to touch
Kentucky's been a little overlooked this year. They've won a lot of good games.
Yeah,
They've won a lot of really good games. So
they have. Next up, you got UCLA versus Utah State. This is a tough game.
Yeah, Utah State.
I'll take UCLA.
You're gonna trust Mick?
Yeah, I trust Mick to win a game.
I'm going to take Utah State. I don't trust UCLA at all.
I trust Mick to win a game.
They're not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
I trust. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mick's a
take
good
UCLA.
coach. It's just the roster is not there.
I think they'll be all right.
It's a name, and that's it. But give me Utah State.
Utah State.
Okay.
I'll take the points, 5.5.
Okay.
Tennessee versus Wofford.
Volunteers.
Wofford.
Is it Wofford?
Wofford, yeah.
All right. I'll take your word
But
for it.
Rick Barnes all day.
Same.
Yeah, Wofford's not very good. I think they won their conference tournament and were not the favorite to win it. So they were an auto bid steal, basically. I'll take Tennessee.
A St.
no problem.
Francis situation.
Yeah. I'll take Tennessee, no problem.
Okay. Going back to the top of the bracket here, Houston versus Gonzaga.
Houston. No question.
I got Houston as well. Purdue versus Clemson. Or High Points.
We have High Point.
You guys have High Points. I have Purdue versus.
I like High Point over Clemson.
Bishop Sycamore, essentially.
Yeah, give me High Point
yeah.
to the Sweet 16.
I like that as well, actually. I'm taking High Point to the Sweet 16.
There it is.
It just sounds right.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that's Clemson's like a whatever. Yeah, I like
I
High
agree.
Point.
They're not a basketball school. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Give me Purdue.
Who's the team from Jersey
Purdue.
a couple years ago?
St. Peter's.
St.
St.
Pete.
Peter's,
They
yeah.
went to the Elite Eight, right?
They did.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, dude. High Point's the same net.
Yeah,
Yeah.
St.
St.
Peter's.
Pete's.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I've got Illinois versus Kentucky. Who do you guys have in this?
I have Texas versus Kentucky, but I'll take Kentucky. Texas beat Kentucky at home. I don't think they're going to beat Kentucky twice in the same season, let alone on a neutral court. Take Kentucky.
Give me Xavier over Kentucky.
Taking Sean Miller.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing work.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll always ride for Miller all
right.
day.
Okay. I'm going to take Kentucky over Illinois in this game. And I get Kentucky.
I think if
moving
it's Kentucky, Illinois, Kentucky's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I get Kentucky moving on. Next up, we got Tennessee versus Utah State. Or UCLA.
I have Tennessee versus UCLA. I'll take Tennessee. Especially if it's Tennessee, UCLA, because they're both defense first teams, and I think Tennessee's just better at offense and just better. They got dudes.
I got Tennessee over Utah State.
Yeah, I got Tennessee as well. I just think overall they're a great team.
Yeah.
All the way around, defense and offense. Like they
Their defense first. They're the second best defense in the country right now, I think.
Yep.
Someone usurped them for that. I forget who. But, yeah, Tennessee's should handle these first 2 rounds, no problem.
Houston now is playing.
It
High
doesn't
Point.
matter.
Yeah.
For me, Purdue, but I've got Houston.
It's Houston.
I've got Houston.
It does
moving
not
on.
matter who they play. Houston's good to go.
Give me High Point
Could
over
have
Houston.
another cancer kid.
They don't. They don't have another cancer kid.
They could call that in.
They couldn't wheel it out against Ohio State this year. So at the bottom of the bracket, now we got Tennessee moving on against potentially Kentucky, in my opinion, but that's where I'm
Damn
at.
Xavier.
Which, by the way, that would be an SEC matchup again.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I got Tennessee over Xavier.
Okay. I have Kentucky over Tennessee. I believe they split this year. Let me double
Interesting.
check that. I know Kentucky beat Tennessee at Tennessee. I feel like they kind of have their number. Okay, they only played Tennessee. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Kentucky swept Tennessee this year.
They're due.
Ooh. All right.
You're going to beat the same team 3 times?
No
I don't
way.
think so.
Actually, I'm switching my pick to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I thought it was just 1 game. 2 game? I don't think they can do it 3 times. Give me Tennessee.
All right. So I think all of us then have Tennessee versus Houston.
Yeah.
I got Tennessee versus High Point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Asshole.
High Point?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Fuck it, dude.
And who do you have in that? High
I
Point
got
advancing?
I got Tennessee making their first Final Four.
Okay.
In Houston versus Tennessee, I got Houston, no problem. I don't think Tennessee can roll with Houston.
Man, Houston's defense is, if you haven't played against it, I think it's going to be rough in the tournament, man. I've got Houston.
Oh, yeah, same.
Going
Yeah.
against a really tough defense, man, it's
So-
hard. And it's the same thing. They muck up the game. It's going to be 55 to
do.
60.
Yeah,
and,
both
dude.
teams do that, but Houston's better offensively. So I'll take Houston.
So I got Houston in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Yep. You got Houston in the Final Four?
Tennessee.
You got Tennessee in the Final Four. Okay. All right. I got Houston in the Final Four here. That will put us at Houston versus Duke.
Yep.
Who do you
Houston.
got?
Houston
got-
over Duke.
I got
Really?
I got Duke over Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm taking Houston over Duke.
I have Duke over Houston down there. If they're all healthy.
Yeah.
If they're all healthy, yes. I don't care how good their defense is. It's going to be tough to stop them for an entire game. You got too many fucking dudes there. On the left side of the bracket here, I've got Michigan State. Who do you guys have?
I have Auburn versus Maryland in this.
Okay. So who do you got in Auburn versus
I'll take
Maryland?
Auburn.
I got Florida over Marquette.
Okay. I have Florida versus Michigan State, and I will take Florida. And that'll put us at Florida for me
Florida for me
versus Duke.
versus Duke.
Okay.
You have that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you
I
got?
have Auburn, Houston,
Auburn, Houston.
and I'm taking Houston to win it all.
All right.
Really?
There you
Why?
go.
This is their year
Why?
because they finally have a fully competent offense to go with that defense they've had the entire time.
Okay.
It's not a bad pick. I will go Duke over Florida
Duke over Florida. Okay. I'm
with a ticket on Florida, and I'll get so close
yeah.
to winning that money,
I know you will. I know you will.
and it'll just go up in flames last second.
I took Florida from January on. I'm going to stay with them. Too deep, too many guys, and I don't know about the injury sitch, man. When you have 3 lottery picks on the same team, if somebody gets hurt, they might just stay out.
Here's the thing about Duke. Okay. There was once another great team,
Kentucky.
an unstoppable team full of lottery picks.
Yeah.
They lost in the Final Four.
Yeah, they're not. Duke's not coached by Coach Cal.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And I think that's the difference, man.
I don't care.
All those Kentucky teams were full of lottery picks for the last 15 years. They only won once because you can't get those guys to play together. These guys can actually play together on Duke. It's just on health, and this is a guess for me. I picked Florida 3 months ago. I'm sticking with Florida.
Okay.
Let's win the national
All right.
championship here. And then that's where I'm at.
It's
Now-
going to be fucking electric, though, when High Point wins that first game against Purdue.
Oh, I know you're going to
And everyone in the group's just going to be like, High Point, here
Yep.
they come.
Yep. Dude, High Point's winning that game. Full fucking stop.
I don't think they are, but
High Point to the Elite Eight.
let's go to the first 4 in, okay?
Yeah.
Because we're junkies. We're going to be betting on all this shit. It starts tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll go San Diego State versus North Carolina. Carolina by 4.5 in this one. Who you got?
I think San Diego State covers that.
Ooh. Okay.
Cover. I picked
Covers,
North
yeah,
Carolina to
yeah.
win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never been to Chapel Hill. I've been to San Diego State. I'm going to rob my Aztecs.
All right.
To win the game.
North Carolina's been disrespected, dude.
Yeah.
And they feel.
I think they're going to be like, we're North Carolina. We shouldn't blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I think they dominate. I'm going to take North Carolina in this game. The next one is odd to me. And here's what I can't figure out for the life of me. And maybe you guys can tell me why this is happening. So you got 2 11s and then versus 2 16s.
Yeah.
Why? Like
The 16's a plan just to get an extra little guy a bid.
'Cause
Actually, it's
16s are
really what it
ass.
is it's to get the big conferences an extra bid, right? So because before it used to be it was only 64 teams, right? 68 teams now.
Yep.
So now they give out 6 16 seeds so that they can double up the 16 seeds so that, the dog shit winner of some dog shit, like the worst
St.
basketball
Francis.
conference,
St. Francis.
doesn't take a whole ass spot away from Texas or North Carolina, basically. Or not North Carolina or Texas. That's not a good example because they're both in playing games as well. But against other schools like
That extra 11 seed, those 11 seeds are for the big boys, yes.
but so are the extra 16 seeds because then they open up other spots in the main field.
Right.
So that's why they do that.
okay. Because the next game is Alabama State versus St. Francis, PA.
Bama State.
Go Bama State.
What's the
St. Francis
spread?
is under
4.5.
Bama State.
St. Francis is under 500.
Yeah, St. Francis is bad.
They
Oh,
just
are they
won.
really?
They won
Yeah.
their conference tournament. That
Yeah,
was
it's
it.
funny.
They just went on a run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bama State. I believe this is Bama State's first tournament qualification ever. Maybe it's St. Francis too. I don't know. But Alabama State wins this game and covers for sure.
That's funny. Next up, we got American versus Mount St. Mary's.
Give me Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah. I like St. Mary's. I like Mount St. Mary's.
All the Marys. American is actually favored by 2.5 in this.
Okay. Fuck them.
Yeah. Next up,
You heard that? Rob Fox said, "Fuck American."
exactly. By the way, next game I'm actually into. I'm watching this Texas versus Xavier. Let's
Xavier.
go. Yeah, Xavier minus 3.5.
Texas, money line.
No, dude. Texas sucks.
Trey Johnson.
They saved his job. He's good.
I don't think they saved his job yet.
I don't either. Texas. I'm taking Texas.
Yeah.
Money line as well.
Trey Johnson, the Texas is they're better. They're good enough. They're good enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
Texas.
I am too. All in on Texas here. And that'll be fun. And that starts tomorrow night, guys. So we'll be setting up everything tonight. I'll be up late for the rest of the night, kind of putting all this up on Drinkin Bros Sports. If you're not in there on Facebook, subscribe or just join up on Facebook. It's free. Just don't report any fucking comments or bullshit. Like, that's where I post all my betting slips and everything else. All that shit will be in there. You're going to see a shit ton of bets. And Daddy's got some money left over from college football here, so it's going to be great. Looking at the rest of it here, as far as sports go, 76ers just shut down Paul George for the rest of the season.
Swimmer in the hat.
Yeah.
Kind of a
R.I.P.
RIP for the season.
RIP for that
Embiid's
guy.
already shut down.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to make that 10 seed.
Do you want to?
No.
Get a draft
Get in
pick.
the lottery.
Yeah, why not, man? I can't
It's a good
win.
year to get in the lottery.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sixers get the first pick.
Cooper's leaving.
Cooper better leave, right?
Cooper's leaving, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So West Virginia. So their governor has said that the snub is robbery at its highest level. Here's where I live on that. I don't know if you guys are in the same spot.
Yeah.
We have 68 fucking teams in this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, should Carolina gotten in over West Virginia? Probably not. But it's 68 fucking teams. You should have just played better during the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, do we?
That's
right,
why the
what are we
NIT is
doing?
awesome. It's the 69th best team.
I don't think they do it anymore.
They do.
No, it's called something else, right?
No.
It's the NIT.
They got rid of the CBI.
I think they call it another thing now, right?
NIT is still there.
100%.
It's historic. It's the first tournament.
Hang on. Let me look at the fucking
There's
thing
an
here.
NIT bracket.
I think they call it something else now, guys.
Presented by?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's
Yeah.
No, NIT still exists.
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the
I
NIT?
think you're thinking of the CBI, which they got rid of.
Okay, so that's out. All right. I thought they called it like America's Cup now or something.
No.
Some fucking bullshit. Okay. I'll take your word for it there. But that's all over with. And then the last but not least here, Aaron Rodgers is rumored to have met with the Vikings. We've got to
Complete
do
the
it.
Favre.
Complete the Favre.
Complete the Favre.
Send the
Let's do
dick
it.
pic.
Let's do it. We got to complete the Favre. Fucking
to.
do it, dude.
Yeah.
It is the prophecy.
It is. It's got to be. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Use that promo code DrinkinBros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Awesome. And please rate this show a 5-star and leave a quick review on iTunes. Don't forget to go on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away for Hot Bob, Delco, Danham, Ross Patterson. This is the College Basketball March Madness Prediction Show. Good night, everyone.
Let's go High Point.